Did you know that Tourettes can affect your typing and writing? If not, don't worry, many people don't, so that's what we're talking about today. But before we do, if you are new here, hi, my name is Luca and I make videos about what it's like to live with Tourettes. So if you are interested in that type of content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. So yeah, writing tics, typing tics. I was just browsing the internet as one does, and I saw this question, I think on Quora or Yahoo Answers, wherever people go. It was about someone who had someone in a chat and they were typing profanities and they were asking, can that be Tourette's? Because that person said that they have Tourette's, so they asked, is that possible? And kind of to my shock, most of the answers were no, that doesn't happen. Tourette's only affects your voice or movements, so no, writing tics don't exist. Now, first of all, I don't know how you write, but I think writing and typing is a movement, so that whole logic doesn't really make sense, but still, many people don't know that there are writing tics. So I want to talk about some of them. Of course, the first, most logical way in which Tourette's can affect your writing is that when you have tics in your hand, writing can become very difficult. But that's not what we're talking about today. What we're talking about today is when you're ticking through writing. So you're writing down your tics, if that makes sense. So the first type I want to talk about is called AO. So the first type I want to talk about is coprographia. Now, you might already know about coprolalia and copropraxia. So coprolalia is the typical swearing tics that many people think of when they think about Tourette's, which is coprolalia. And copropraxia being the movements, the profane movements like flipping someone off, something like that. And coprographia is kind of a subtype of that as well. So it is writing down or typing profanities, and it exists. It's not very common because coprolalia, copropraxia themselves are also not very common, even though that is the idea that many people have about Tourette's, is that everyone swears. That's not true. It's about 10 to 15% of people with Tourette's. And then writing tics, because they are complex tics, which means that you use loads of muscle groups. It's not very common as well, but it does exist. AO. Now, imagine how frustrating that must be, being in a live chat and having this tic, writing down slurs, stuff like that, and people not believing you. Even people from the Tourette's community sometimes not believing you. And that's why I think it's important that we are aware that these things exist and that people can't help it, as is with all types of the copra subtypes of tics. So the swearing tics, the writing it down, or the movements. It's not because people were secretly thinking that. For example, this is something I also talked about in the Billie Eilish video. If someone, for example, has a racial slur tic, it's not that they were secretly thinking that or that they are racist or anything. It's usually quite the opposite. It's because you don't want to say it, it makes you tic that. And with coprographia, so writing it down or typing, it's the same thing. So another type of writing tic is echographia. So in many videos, I've talked about the echo tics, so echolalia and echopraxia. And echolalia is the repeating of sounds that you hear or words that you hear. AO, which is quite common, I have that quite a lot. And echopraxia, again, being the repeating of movements that you see. And with echographia, it's repeating writing. So it might be something that you hear and you have to write it or type it down, or repeating something that is written or something that you wrote yourself, so it can kind of look like a stutter, like you're repeating a single word over and over and over again. It could be while you're talking that you have to write what you're saying, maybe even just on your hand or typing it on an imaginary keyboard, I've heard someone say. Which of course can be quite distracting when you're trying to talk, but you have to do this tic. So there are many different ways in which these writing and typing tics can occur, and sadly they're not very well known, and that doesn't help. When people don't know about it, they are tempted not to believe that you have this. So yeah, personally I don't have writing tics, I don't think. I don't think I've ever had them. Maybe when I was younger, but I don't remember that. So all I know is from what I could find through researching it. So if you have writing tics, please put it in the comments. Tell me what your experience is. I think it's really important that we talk about this stuff because so many people don't know about this. So yeah, this is a short video. I hope you liked it anyway. If you think this was at all useful, please leave a like, leave a comment, share it to share this knowledge. And I hope to see you soon. I hope you have a great day wherever you are. Love you all. Bye.